Made it. All right, we got the Peacock ads going on here in the background. Going to watch Wales versus England, the last Six Nations match. Happened yesterday, late morning here in Wisconsin. Um, Tried to stay away from spoilers. My guess is that England won this game. Wales, I would say, is probably like the bottom and least expected out of them as far as this entire Six Nations goes. But we'll see. I have managed to stay away from spoilers, so we'll see. I would say England by double-digit points if I was placing bets on this match here. But don't see anyone here right now. That's fine. I'm doing this for fun, learning while I do it. I'm sure somebody will turn up at some point. But right now, where are we at in this one? We Millennium Stadium. They're going through the other ones again. France 36. Ireland 14, Italy yesterday over Scotland 18-15. That was such a fun game to watch. Feel like I've been calling that one for a while with Italy being good, actually being good and on the come up here. Yeah, they're showing the last five results. England WWWW. Yep. It's been dominance here from yeah. Win predictor. England 95, Wales 4. Tells you just about everything. They got a 1% chance of a tie is what the win predictor says. I think any and everyone would be shocked if Wales find a way to get a result. But oftentimes with Wales rugby, when things look darkest, they turn it around, they go somewhere, they make improvements. So they're in the locker rooms right now. Everyone's giving each other the high fives, the freaking hugs before the game. England looks a bit tense there. Guys at the lockers. Yeah, we'll see how this goes again. Again, my prediction: England by double digits. It looks like we're at Twickenham here. They got the red rose right in the middle of the field, so I think this round's in Twickenham. We'll get to lineups here as they do it on the Peacock broadcast. I like to follow the Peacock broadcast. It's pretty cool for us in America to be able to watch these. There's so much more rugby available than there was 10 plus years ago. I've been in the game for 23, 24 years now. And when I first got on, we could get a handful of VHS tapes of World Cup matches or the old, what used to be the Tri-Nations, now the Rugby Championships. It's fantastic to be able to watch. One thing that I think doesn't happen enough, especially with younger rugby players, is watching full matches. Because of the availability of highlights, I've even talked to pro coaches who say this. You see that everyone watches the highlights and they see the big plays, and they don't develop the IQ that you develop by watching entire matches. So one of the best ways I think to improve as a rugby player and to improve your hey, what's up, Robert K? One of the best ways to improve your rugby IQ, I would say, is to watch a full match and watch somebody like at your position group. Pick a specific player or a specific position group. We got Reece Zammit back in the Wales lineup. That's sweet. Watch that specific player and then watch like why they make the certain decisions they make as the match goes on. All right. Hey, what's up, Adam? Hey, thanks. You're awesome too, dude. Appreciate it. So right now, Wales is coming out of the locker. England, the subs are there. Starters are not. So we're lining up. They've got their little fellas right off to the side of them already. Everyone goes out. They got a hand with everybody. It's real fun. Real fun. It's probably a great moment for those children. But again, if you're newer to rugby and you want to improve your IQ, watch a player at your position who is good at the game and actually watch what they do as the match goes on. Why did they make that decision? Because anyone can watch the highlights and say, wow, that was an awesome try. That was so cool. Yeah. However, it's a lot where you're actually going to gain rugby IQ and knowledge of the game is seeing what they do off the ball, seeing the lead up to those big plays and how players are putting themselves in the right positions to eventually make that play. All right, we've got the walkout right now. Wales are trotting. Most of the Wales boys seem pretty hyped and ready to go. England's taking their time until they hit the pitch, and then they start with the trot. So on the Peacock broadcast, we are a couple minutes in. I'm just past the 4-minute mark. We're getting ready for anthems and such. Players just coming out on the field. Again, my prediction, England by a lot. But I managed to stay away from spoilers at this one. You never know. Like I said, things are always look darkest before the dawn when it comes to Wales rugby. They've had a really, really rough run of form. They had a golden generation of guys who retired a few years back, and the results have really fallen off a cliff for Wales rugby. We'll see if they can turn it around here in the Six Nations. I think they would probably, conventional wisdom would say, "What's up, Messi fan? Your new sub? Cool, nice." I would say that conventional wisdom has Wales being the wooden spoon or the bottom of this Six Nations. But watching the replay, this game happened just over a day ago. I did manage to do the Italy and Scotland match live when that happened, so that should be in the archive on the YouTube channel. So crap, Messi is crap, you say? Yeah, he's in Miami right now. MLS isn't quite the same as playing for Barca, but dude can do some stuff with his feet, man. All right, we got everyone standing. We've got people dressed. We got people wearing their English. They got a crown on. Good gracious. Looks like Edward the Longshanks from Braveheart. All right, we're standing for anthems now here in Twickenham. Squires and Bond in the yeah. A lot of costumes. They like to love a good costume at a rugby event. The sevens, all the sevens tournaments, man. I'm a boy. What about you? A lot of trash talk there in the chat. Be nice to each other, y'all. Starting with Wales, of course, is the visiting team. We're getting the Welsh anthem performed by, who we got performing the Welsh anthem? Who we got? Lisa Dafford. All right, Lisa. Let's see what she has. Like I said, I can't show the match or any of the audio. Otherwise, they flag me for the copyright. You know, Peacock pays a lot for this and such. Wales fan there? Nice. I really think Wales, they're going to turn it around here relatively soon. They've taken a beating the last couple years. They're young. They're not really inexperienced anymore because some of these guys have been taking their lumps at the international level, but the regions in Wales, from everything I can see as an American, like it's really been a struggle for the domestic game. Their Zamet does have aura. You're spot on with that. I agree. It's good to see him back in a rugby uniform. You know, he tried it in the NFL for a little bit, was on a practice squad. Good for him having a go at it. But man, World Rugby needs guys like that. He's got the look, he's got the pace, he can finish. Like Wales, I feel like desperately need him. Looking definitely probably the player I personally am watching in this match for Wales. I want to see what Zamet does. Jack Morgan's a dog. Yeah. Yep. He leads from the front. He does the graft. I agree with that. Another good shout out there. Oh, look at that cauliflower ear. Good gracious. They're going down they're showing all the Welsh players right now. And he's got vicious cauliflower ear from one of those front rowers, as you'll see. The fans look passionate. I'm ready. Yeah, Jack Morgan, I feel for him because it's such a tough time for Wales rugby, but you watch the way he plays, man. He just gets stuff done. He does all the dirty work. He's not making excuses for them. He's just getting after it and doing his best out there on the pitch. They want to see this next generation of Wales really step up and get a result against this old enemy, England. I'm always against England. Whoever England's playing, I'm always rooting for the other team. So I'm backing Wales in this. My logical mind says it's probably got to be England. England is the favorites, and somehow I've managed to stay away from spoilers here. So I guess I will see. Good gosh, Borthwick has a wicked nose, man. They got there. So we're into God Save the King here with the English. They just showed Steve Borthwick, and his nose is a mess, absolute mess. Talk about a guy who was an effective international player. Oh, you spoiled for me, dang it. It's kind of what I expected, to be honest. But all right, lineups here. We got Mitchell and Ford at the 9-10. Okay. Ben Earl back at 8. Man, he's been an absolute monster here for a couple years. Everybody seems to love Ellis Genge, real serious athlete as a loose head prop. Gets around the park really, really well. Arundel, good to see him finally getting out there and getting first team starts there for him. Freeman at 13, Ford at 10, I think is an interesting one. A lot of controversy. Like, is it going to be Ford? Is it Marcus Smith? I think Ford plays the system really well. Marcus Smith has that extra little bit of pace. Nicky Smith, Archie Griffin, Beard, Dafford Jenkins, Josh McLeod, Wainwright at 8, Mann at 6. Okay. Thomas Williams at 9, Dan Edwards at 10, Josh Adams. Zamet is at okay. Reese Zamet at 15. I like it. Okay. He's always traditionally been a winger. Should be interesting to see. Who's my favorite player? Oh, right now, I would say in world rugby, my favorite player. Well, let me put it this way. In this, I love watching Marcus Smith. I think he's fun to watch play. Don't think he makes brilliant plays. I've always been kind of loved like a 10 who takes risks and makes plays with his feet. I'm a big Finn Russell fan. I guess if I had to pick one player in world rugby, I would say Finn Russell. I remember when I first watched him come up, I was like, dude, that dude takes risks. And sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. But I think his game has really matured. So if I had to pick one favorite player, I'm a sucker for 10s, especially ones who have a little bit of flair and take risks. I got to go with Finn Russell on that one. Right now for Wales, honestly, Reece Zamet, I'm just jacked to see him back. I'm really jacked to see Reece Zamet back in a Wales jersey. I want to see him make some plays. No, not him. Fair enough. George Ford has been playing well. I don't blame them for starting Ford. I like to see exciting rugby. I think Ford plays systems really well. Here's the kickoff right there. All right, we're just kick off. Wales into the 22, straight to George Ford, who sends it deep right away. Yep. Still in and kicked it down the left sideline. Wales running from the counterattack. I like it. Into the England half. Okay. Looking short side through a forward pod here. Very nice. I just want to see Wales just some sustained possession, put some pressure on, and get some chinks in that English armor. Anyone but England. After watching that first match, I'd rather see France win this than England. Anyone but England. Puts the box kick up. Good challenge in the air. England, bit of a contest. England comes up with the ball. Play it away one. They're in front of the Wales, or in front of their own 22 here. It looks like they're setting up for box kicks. Definitely on the first. Josh Adams, that's a solid pick too. Back to Ford in the 22, bangs it deep, kind of down midfield. Lot of box kicking. Talked about that in the other two matches. The box kicking, I feel like it's become much more. It's being used much more effectively. You've got some of these really, really big legs. Oh, charge down. Had a charge down. That not a great. I think that was Reece Zamet going to clear the ball, and he had it blocked. So England have possession here, just outside the Welsh 22, and they've got an advantage. Oof, tough. Genge with the carry. We're a minute and a half in right here. You hate England too, you and everybody else. Everyone who's not an England fan, I feel like hates England, and I don't blame them. They're easy to hate. Their fans are insufferable in my mind. But okay, back. No advantage gained. We're back for the penalty. Let's see what England do with this. Ball to Ford. What are we doing? Yep, going for the sticks. All right. Yeah, we're 2 minutes in. They're taking the penalty. It makes sense. Probably a good rational decision. If I was coaching, I'd want my players to take the points right off the bat here. Get the scoreboard ticking over. Yeah, they're replaying it. Reece Zamet. Yeah, that was who had the charge down there? Was it Ben Earl? Good charge down. Reece Zamet, probably a little bit different than NFL, buddy. Yeah, hopefully he shakes the rust off. I want to see him make plays, man. He's fun to watch. He's a special talent. I really think that's a big benefit to Wales. Like in World Rugby, South Africa. South Africa are yeah. I think Faf de Klerk, when I'm talking about the box kicks, like Faf de Klerk, like his ability to just smash that ball high and like every box kick is contestable and turns them into 50-50s. I mean, that Italy-Scotland game, so much box kicking. And it was a crapshoot who's going to come down with the ball. I think it's, I used to dislike it 10 years ago. I was not a fan. I did not like seeing so much box kicking in the international game, but I really feel like it's turned into a weapon, and you get scrum halves who just have powerful legs who can put that ball up and make it contestable over and over again. And here we go. Yep. Setting up for another box kick. We're inside. England's inside their 22. Got a box kick from Mitchell down the left sideline. Ball's with Reece Zamet. Gets double tackled and bundled backwards there. All right, let's see if they play off the sideline here. Going through the forward pod. Be interesting to see. I'm expecting more box kicking here. Yep, same. Setting it up for it. Here we go. Williams with the box kick back down that same sideline. Very contestable. Knock advantage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, called he went with the offsides here. Okay. Had a collision. Both players went up in the air. The England player is down. He called an offsides on England there. It looked like they knocked it forward, and there was also an offsides called there. Box kicks are overrated. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I would say at the international level, they've turned them into a weapon. I think at lower levels of the game, and even 10 plus years ago, I think they weren't used in an effective manner. And I think clearing from first receiver probably got the territory. But as they've added all these big wingers, and you've got scrum halves with this with such a cannon of a boot that they can turn everything contestable. A lot of verticals, not much north forward. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. But look at this. I mean, is that Freeman? No, that's Freddie Stewart. Like the dude's a monster. Like he's an absolute monster. And you've got you've got guys going up for that contested high ball there, and they're both huge people. They're really good in the air. Yeah, north forward. I'm curious what you mean by north forward there. Do you mean not as much go forward, like not as much taking territory? So we got a Wales have a line out here inside the English 22, 5-man plus the forward is the scrum half. So they set them all. What's it called? Oh, we called the obstruction on it. Oh, okay. Missed it. Interesting. I didn't see it. Number 4 obstruction. It's David Jenkins. Let's watch the replay on this. I'm curious where they call the obstruction here. Oh, okay, yeah. So the lineout lifter, he came down like well in front of the jumper before there was any exchange, before the maul was set or anything. That's actually a good call from the referee in my mind. That's something that I've seen called a lot more often lately, where they're trying to seal that off. But if that lifter gets in front of that jumper with the ball, all of a sudden he's preventing an attempt at a tackle. Said hi. What minute am I at right now? I'm at 5:30 right now. 5:30. England's up 3-0. Once again, we're setting up for a box kick. Coming here from Mitchell, the English scrum half. Bangs it deep. They're really working that the left sideline as England goes. Well, it's another obstruction call. I think he's saying that the Welsh player blocked off the English chaser from making that contestable right away. England showing intent. George Ford bangs it right into the corner. So we're going to have an England line out 10 meters from the Welsh line. Why did I go bald? Well, because I'm old. I'm 41. Male pattern baldness runs in my family, and I'd been saying for forever that I was just going to shave my head one of these days. And 2 years ago, all the players on the college players on the team I had coached, they were all shaving their head kind of randomly, like as roommates and such. England sets them all here. And we decided as a coaching staff, one of the other coaches said, hey, we're going into a big tournament. And he's like, hey, we're going to surprise the kids. Let's all shave our heads. So I've been saying forever, like, one of these days I'm just going to shave my head. And so that was a good reason to do it in the first place. England right on the try line. Jamie George hit up. They're about 1 meter away, pounding with the forwards, just short of the line. Let's go. Come on, Wales. He just called advantage on a counter ruck in at the side. Yeah, penalty right in front of the sticks. Yeah, so, I knew I was going bald, and I always said I was going to shave my head, but then, we got Ellis Genge taking the quick kick, taking the tap. And, my college players, they were all shaving their head for whatever reason college players shave their head. And we as a coaching staff decided, let's shave our head, and been this way ever since. It's also very easy. There's the first England try. Good ball movement to the corner. Tried on the left side. Rounds the corner. Arundel he's been one of the absolute kings of try scoring in the Premier League. So it's good to see him get across the try line. What about the beard? Well, I'm a man, so men have facial hair, and I like it. Same as the bald head. It's relatively low maintenance. You grow a beard, you trim it every once in a while. You just I like having facial hair. Always been a fan. I don't think I've been clean shaven. It's been probably 10 years since I've been clean shaven. Every once in a while, I go down to a mustache, but I'm a facial hair guy. Yeah, good ball movement on the try. So we're George Ford's lining up for the kick after. We're 8-zip England. We are 8 minutes and 30 seconds right as Ford strikes it and just inside the right post. So England 10-zip, 10-0 under 10 minutes into the game. Kind of the start you'd expect. That's a really nice skip pass, actually, I think, from George Ford to Arundel. He had like 3 or 4 options off his left, and went straight across the face to the winger. Really, really, really good pass and assist from George Ford. So Wales with the restart. Analyzes this hairstyle as economical in both time and money. You're not wrong with that. You're not wrong. It doesn't require much time, and it is inexpensive to maintain. So what do we got? Just across halfway, a good clearance kick from Ford. So Wales are about 2 meters of their side of halfway with the line out. So far, so good with their on the line out. Other than that, they had the obstruction. Goes with a high ball right on first phase. Once again, they're looking for those high contested kicks. It wasn't a box kick, but kind of the same thing. Just looking to make it competitive right off the bat. Setting up for another box kick from Mitchell. I don't love how the scrum half is allowed to pull the ball back in the ruck with their hand, but to be fair, the laws have erred on the side of protecting the scrum half. I do like watching like attacking rugby, so I understand why they do it. I just hate to see them get to handle that ball so much at the back of those big caterpillar rucks. There's nothing a defense can do. It just doesn't strike me as the most positive way to play the game, but is what it is based on the laws of the time. Good clearance kick from Edwards, the 10 from Wales. Going to have an English line out here. Jamie George getting ready to throw in. We are at the 10:30 mark right now. Carries, we got 17. Yeah, gain line success, 0 for Wales. Oof. England, 17 carries, 7 of them across the gain line. Good line out to the middle. Same thing Wales just did. George Ford, just big high ball to the middle of the field right on first phase. Good tackle. Wales setting up, got the ball inside their own 22 by a few meters. Yeah, I think that was that Reese Emmett. I think good job taking that high ball with Freeman coming right up on him. Yeah, we're setting up for another box kick, it looks like. I think if we're watching this, we all play rugby. I'm 41 and I still play rugby. Ford coming back, returning with another high ball. Got a big man. Good counter. Good counter from England. They get it. Got a mess at the ruck. England's bringing the pressure on the counter ruck, and I think they got it. Moves it left. Looks like they've got numbers. Inside the 22, penalty advantage. Still going left. Ben Earl, another gain line success, couple meters. Ford, Genge. Oh, Genge mishandles it. Yep. Back for the, what do we have on the penalty? Offsides. Offsides on Wales. Penalty to England. On the left side, but well inside the 15-meter mark. So let's see if they go for the corner or if they take the points here. What position you play? I'm a halfback myself, 10, 9. I can play. I have played all over the park, but I'm a halfback myself. Yeah, going for the points. Fair enough. Bye. Okay. Take care. Thanks for being here. Oh, showing the replay. 10-12. Nice. Yeah, I love I love having the ball in my hands. I think one of my strengths as a player is I'm a good passer and I have really good field vision and I do a good job of marshaling my troops around the pitch. I love having one center who can smash it. Will do. Take care. And I love having another center who can distribute. Like having that extra distributing center is so useful if you want to play to the outside channels. What's the chat he's having with Jamie George here? I will reverse the pick again because he came to push with the penalty. Oh. All right. So Elish Gens was being a jerk, and he reversed the penalty. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's fair. Gens was getting up in the face of one of the Welsh players, and so the referee reversed the penalty. Fair enough. Respect. Rugby values. Rugby values there. So Wales have the penalty just outside their 22. They kick for touch. Looks like they're going to have a line out across halfway. Genge, consider yourself warned. More than a friendly hello. Yeah, I would agree there. That was not the most friendly of hellos. He tries to deliberately get under the skins. Yeah, I did it a little too much. Can't do that. All right, Wales with the line out. Oh, England get a hand on that. Good line out steal. Great job getting the defensive jumper up there. And yeah, Genge with the carry doesn't go very far. Good clean out from the English. No, the referee is really keeping an eye on that offsides around the ruck. High ball, advantage to England, knock advantage. Let's see if they play with this. Let's go. Yeah, George Ford kicks to the corner. He's got him down. Welsh winger clears it from his own 5. All right. We're going to have an English line out in Wales territory. Josh Adams, yeah. Josh Adams with the clearance. Decent decision from George Ford. Pin him back. I mean, pressure accumulates. Eventually, you'll get points. What do we got? Yeah, 67% possession so far for England. That's about right from my watching of it, I would say, too. They clearly have a bit more ball retention, getting to play with it. Good line out up front. They set them all. Jamie George breaks away. Wide channel, then out the back. Okay. Yeah, they bringing that winger off to the weak side, off of his wing. I always like to tell my wingers, like, stay involved, look for work, basically. Like, you should be moving around the pitch looking for extra work. Ford with another high ball into the 22, maybe just a little far. Rees-Zammit, yep, just a little far. Rees-Zammit gets the mark called. And he immediately bangs it back downfield. Oh, yeah, he sees a lot of green down the middle of the pitch, bangs it right back. No? Oh, he said he did it in front of the mark, so they're bringing it back. All right. So just over 15 minutes in, we got England up 10-0. All right. It looks like we've got a player down. Yeah, they're replaying that high ball from Ford to Rees-Zammit, and it was just a little bit deep, and allows him to call the mark. So he didn't get the chaser quite up to pressure him. So then they come back for it. Rees-Zammit goes real quick with it, but he was in front of the mark, so the referee brings it back. And yeah, did not pick up as much territory this time. Going to be an English line out about 35 from the Welsh line here. Jamie George throwing in 5+1 line out. Good. Some movement up front. Then they go back to the middle. They set the maul. Pretty good maul. It's going forward. Jamie George in the back. No Welsh players have managed to stop that. Maul rolls a bit to the right. Okay, now we got some Welsh players on the ball. I think they've tied that up. I think we've got what do we got for a decision here? I think he might have called a penalty there. I think we got a penalty. He's going to talk to the captain. What do we got? Now it's an official warning. You need to come back with good discipline. If not, there will be a yellow card. Okay, so I think he's calling somebody did something at the maul. Looks like he might have came in. Yeah, came in from offsides position. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Decent call from the referee. and England banged that right down into the corner. I agree that Jamie George is overrated. Um, I don't think he does his job. I'd rather have a mobile hooker. I would agree with you that he's overrated. So England go with the full line out. George peels off the back. We got a mess. Got another advantage to England. Man, the penalty count is not going well. Oof. Let's see. Yep, he's going to the pocket. Somebody's going to get a card here for Wales. We're 16 and a half minutes in. Time has stopped. 16:31, 10-0 England over Wales at the moment. Having a chat with the Welsh. Somebody's got a card coming. He just warned him at the last one. Yeah, the worst possible start for Wales. I would largely agree with that. Just wait. Early drive. Too many penalties. Who's getting the card? Who's getting the card? Number one. Okay, Nicky Smith. Oof. I want to see what he did. What did he do? Yellow card. Yeah, just repeated infringements. Honestly, fair enough. Yeah, mobility lacking. Yeah, Jamie George looks like a prop playing hooker. I'd rather have a hooker who gets around the pitch at park a little more. He throws lineouts well. He's good at the back of them all. A bit of heft in the scrum, but I would say that I'd rather have somebody more mobile. I feel like there's got to be somebody in the English game who's a bit more mobile and can offer more from the hooker position than him. But good on him. He's had a long international career. England maul rolls to the right. We got another advantage. Oof. They're about 2 meters from the line. It looks like it's held up. But I think we're going back for the penalty. Let's see what we got. I'm curious what the penalty was here as well. Do we got another card coming? Oh my goodness. Oof. Brutal start for Wales. Captain's carded. Wow. That's tough. They're down 2 front rowers. It'll be interesting to see Dewey Lake, who's the captain for Wales for this game. He's off too. So consecutive penalties inside the England 22, consecutive yellow cards. They got warned, got 1 card, got the other card. So they're down their loose head and down their hooker and captain. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They're going to have to bring front row subs on and make some shifts and changes whenever we get scrum time. Be interesting to see what England decides here. Yeah, they're going to pick the scrum. This is not surprising. Not surprising in the least. Let's see what Wales are going to have to bring on front rowers and drop some loose forwards or wings or something here. Or what? We're going to bring a winger into the forward pack on the flank. What's going to happen here? This will be, holy cow is right. Like just a mess of a start for Wales. They got 2 yellow cards. They're down 10-0. We're not even 20 minutes in. So it looks like Liam Belcher, a little bit earlier than they would have liked. Ain't that the truth? So we've got both our sub loose head and our sub hooker coming on for Wales. Yeah, they're saying Dewey Lake came in offsides. Yeah, they're showing the replay now. It does appear so. He kind of came in from the offside position and just grabbed Jamie George as the ball carrier and tied him up. That's, to be fair, I think that's a fair call. There was warnings. Wales's penalty count was way too big. That checks out. Tough start. But okay, so Alex Mann, they took off their 6 and they took off their outside center so that they could make a full scrum. And we've got England taking the scrum 5 meters out from the Wales line. So big moment. This is where England are looking to press their advantage. If they can get a pushover try or really any points, it just the pressure continues to accumulate. England, like I said, I think would say a lot of people would say favorite in the whole tournament. I would rather see France win it, but England so far so good against an understaffed Wales team. Ooh, what do we got here? Yeah, penalty advantage. I feel like that's hard done. It looks like I thought the English tight head there kind of pulled down on the loose head. Oh, great cross kick. Arundel with his second try in the left corner. Really good cross kick on the advantage. Nothing Wales could do about it. They're short on men. They got to bring backs in, bring them back off because to make the scrum. Easy decision from George Ford. Just a nice dinky little cross kick. Hits Arundel in the left corner. Easy try. Yeah, really good, simple play and call. Just a little kick chase catch. Wow, 2 tries from Arundel. Good start for England. Really, really tough start for Wales. Wow. 15-0. Kick after to come. Ford is right near the left touch line with this one. We'll see if he can sneak this in. Not nearly as centered as the first conversion or the penalty kick he made. Nope. Nope. Right of the post. Notice Ford has he had a real choppy. The Wales got a good. Their chaser got a good chase on him because Ford did this a bunch of little choppy steps before he approaches the ball. I would say he allowed the Wales chaser on the conversion to get up in his face a bit. Still, it's a tough kick no matter how you slice it. He's coming pretty much from the touch line, but it should be as soon as there's movement from that kicker, you can chase. Good on the Welsh player for possibly saving 2 points there. All right, we got a restart coming. Let's see if Wales can find any momentum or anything to grab onto here in this match. Well, it's a couple of dejected Wales front rowers sitting there in the sin bin. Wow. Rough start from the Welsh. Dream start from England. They're very much in control of this. Kick deep. Kick back deep from Reece Zammit. Ford looking Ford dummy. George Ford looking to run and counterattack. That's not something you see every day. What do we have? We had another penalty from the Welsh. Good gracious. Who's he pointing at? Yeah, no retreat from number 7. Option of the scrum. Yeah, I think McLeod, yeah, another unforced error. That's gotta be about 10 penalties from Wales already, 20 minutes in, brutal penalty count. They get to take it. Yeah, they get to take the meter. So they get to take it up by the kick. Oof. Yeah, not a good one. Not a good one. No retreat. So they're going to take the scrum up. Taking the scrum up from where the ball was kicked. Yeah. Do you want the ball? Do you want the ball way back here, or do you want the ball up there? Yeah. What do we got? 9 penalties from Wales, 2 from England. They're just stacking up. And England with another scrum. My guess is they're going to try and keep this ball in the scrum and try and draw another penalty advantage and then play with it. Wow. All right. Pressure accumulates. There's a hubbub around Twickenham. Yeah. The Allianz Stadium. Yeah, that's right. They renamed it. Shocking. Okay. Bind. Set. Let's see. Sure looked to me. Yeah, he called advantage for England again, shockingly. It sure looks to me like both of those 2 scrums that the English tight head has cranked down on the Welsh loose head, but I'm not the referee. So, red? What do we got? What's red? Wales jerseys? We got 2 yellow cards. 2 yellow cards from the Welsh. Yeah, they're trying to play with the advantage. Bit of a pass that went amiss. I think they're going to kick this into the corner here. Yeah, George Ford. At this point, England's just accumulating pressure. It's a 3-score game already at 15-0. We're 21-40 in. They kick for the corner. They're just going to keep Wales backed up, and they're going to keep pressure on them. Coaching box there for Wales does not look happy or pleasant whatsoever. Yeah, no, the Welsh front rower, Loosehead, who is yellow carded and off, they were showing cranking. And I would agree with it. I really think the England tight head's getting away with cranking on his opposite on that Loosehead, but I'm not the referee. It's not my call. England knocking on the door again. Held up. All right. Bit of relief for the Welsh. But, man, the pressure is just accumulating. England is just knocking on the door, and the pressure continues to accumulate here. Ellis Genge, yeah, he's up, getting a little talking to. Got that penalty reversed earlier in the match for being a bit of a you-know-what head. But great first phase. Who's that? I can't see. Was that Dingwall? No, it's Tommy Freeman on that first phase. Massive gain line success there from England. All right, we've got the dropout coming from the Wales. Goal line dropout, bit of a pressure relief. Oof, maybe not the best kick. Didn't get it up in the air. We got Ben Earl charging forward. England's about 30 meters out now. Playing with a little wit. Tommy Freeman. And these English backs just are big fellas. They've got big centers, big wingers. Like there's just size across the pitch. When you get size that can move like that. Overlap on the left. Out to Ben Earl on the wing. Ben Earl try in the corner. Woof, 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 woof. Yep. It's going from bad to worse. Wales, I cannot wait for those to get back to full strength. But yeah, that's a third try from England. Arundel with 2. Ben Earl gets the third. 20-0. We're at 23 minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah, they're showing good shoestring tackle from the Welsh winger there on Freeman. But they just play it out the back twice, and there's numbers in space, and you're not going to stop Ben Earl from 5 meters out. Ben Earl versus a winger, 5 meters out. Good luck. Good finish. Wow. That's a tough one if you're a Welsh fan, but been watching the last few years, getting used to it. It's a bummer. So Ford's coming with the touchline conversion from the left touchline. Yeah, they simply don't have the physicality to stop that man. I agree with you, announcers. Ford splits the uprights with the touchline conversion. Well converted there. Woof. Wow. England 22, Wales 0. And yeah, they're watching that. They're showing the replay of Ben Earl's try over and over again, and it's just he's a monster of a man, and he runs downhill. It's like, no, you're not going to stop him. Welsh winger went a little bit high on that. Maybe he could have gotten him into touch if he could chop him lower, but geez, Ben Earl versus a winger. I'm going to back Ben Earl every single time. All right, Wales with the restart again. Nice and high, just inside the English 22. Gets a carry out. They're going to play off this sideline just a little bit, probably just get some angle for a kick. Yep, setting up for the box kick here. Box kick incoming. So yeah, they're showing the Wales. They got a minute and a half on their 2 cards. Oh, great step from Reece Zammit. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Great footwork from Reece Zammit. Beat 2 England defenders. Picked some meters. Got across the halfway. Well done. Well done from Reece Zammit. Good to see him back in a Wales jersey and on a rugby pitch instead of in the gridiron equipment. Box kick coming from Wales at midfield. Let's see if he can drop it. Nope, not just a little deep. Didn't get his chaser quite there. Oh, stripped it though. Okay. Well done from the Welsh tackler. Did that not go? Freddie Stewart lost it. Yeah. So Wales didn't quite get their chaser there. The kick was a bit deep. Freddie Stewart goes up and gets it uncontested, but then the Welsh tackler managed to force an error and I'm not sure if it was a knock on or if he just got him to lose it into touch, but it looks like we're going to have Wales ball just outside the English 22 here. Yeah, shoulder not bound on that English ruck. I agree with you on that, actually. I was looking at the same thing. It looked like you could see like about that much of a gap. Like technically shouldn't be counted as in the ruck. But yeah, we saw what happened with that in that Italy-Scotland game yesterday too. I actually called that one wrong at the time. It was like, whoa, gosh, what? He's way off sides. What's going on here? And then you're like, no. He should not be part of the ruck at that stage. He's unbound. We need shoulder contact for him to be a member of that ruck. And if there's no shoulder contact, he's not a rucker. But I think referees, once again, everything has gone in the direction of protecting the scrum half, favoring the attacking side. It'd be interesting to see that called correctly, because I think there's been some clarification on that recently. The Southern Hemisphere is going to be doing some trials in Super Rugby, from what I've heard, that I think it's just going to be there, but where they're going to require a little more. I believe like the scrum half won't be able to dig on those box kicks quite the same way. They're going to reinforce that there needs to be some shoulder contact there from a rucker. So Welsh scrum 30 meters out from the English line. Free kick. Okay, free kick to Wales. Or no, is it just a reset? Ellis Genge is complaining to the assistant referee on the sideline. Let's go. So we got, I think, is Wales back to full strength? No, they still got the 2 cards. I would think next stoppage, Wales should get their carded players back on the field. I think both of them are over 10 minutes at this stage. Crouch, bind, set. Let's go. Decent scrum from Wales. Ball moved back to the 8-man quickly. Good first phase carry from the Welsh 8 there. Get some gain line. I thought we might have had an English defender offsides, but I don't see any advantage being given. Okay, let's see if Wales can do something with this. Let's see what we can do here. Coming back to the right side, they're smashing forwards up. Haven't really gained much of anything here the last 3-4 phases. It was a really good first phase carry from the 8-man, and after that, and then the ball's on the deck, and it looks like England's. Yeah, I saw short. Yeah, I know. It looked exactly like a free kick. Like the signal was right here, and then he resets the scrum. I don't totally understand it. All right, so we got a mess of Welsh players back on the field. They'd be bringing their 6 back on. They'd be bringing their 13 back on, and then those 2 sub loosehead, sub hooker are off because we had the Welsh hooker and the Welsh loosehead get consecutive yellow cards for repeated infringements at the maul inside their own defending 22. So back to full strength. Let's see if Wales can do something here. They're about halfway to the line within the English 22. Setting up a line out here. We're at 28:30 on the clock. 22-0 England over Wales. 5+1 line out. Yeah, 5+1 line out coming from Wales. Man, that was read like a book. Wow. Yeah, nope. Calling a knock on there. Okay, so England. It seemed like they read the Welsh line out really well. They got their defensive jumper up right in front of him, gets a hand on it, and then England came down with it, but I think the referee made the correct call that was knocked forward just a bit. Oh gosh, scrum feeding is out of control. Geez, yeah. They send it right to the second rows. Yep. Yeah, and watching the replay, that's a good call. That was knocked forward just marginally by that English defensive lineout jumper. Yeah, they said, okay, we're going to allow a little bit of feeding right now or whatever, and it just is. I can't think of the last time I've seen a feed called on a scrum at the professional or international level, and it's not a fair contest ultimately. Let's see how this one goes. What's it called? We're going to reset this. Ball never came in. Blew it up again. I think he's just saying it wasn't stable, and he's going to have him reset it. Geez, I think at some point, I do think England they're having the superiority in the set piece. They've stolen a couple lineouts. They've gotten some scrum penalties here, but I really feel like that the referee is missing that English tight head. It seems like pretty much every time he's cranking on the Welsh loose head. Haven't seen any attention given to it. And I think the Welsh loose head's been penalized at least once in there. And I mean, if the referee lets you do it, keep doing it. It's working, but you can see oftentimes like his elbow comes down, and now we've got a free kick. So now we're saying that Wales with the early push. Geez, man, Wales is not getting any help from the referee here. Not sure I agree with every single call that's been made, but so it goes. I'm sure I couldn't do better. Good clearance kick from Reece Samet. Ford goes quick with it. You got Ben Earl. No. That's one of the. Geez, yeah, that's what I was saying. How they're such big backline players. So it's Freddie Stewart. If you look at Freddie Stewart, and then the other winger, not Arundel, they're just massive. Like he looks like he could be a loose forward out there. It's just a giant of a man in that back three for England. Another kick. Back to George Ford. Looks like he's got another kick coming. Ooh, little skipping kick down the right sideline. Welsh player sends it back. Ooh, just got it. Ford just covered that one. That ball went to hand, and he makes a big clearance kick. Yeah, man, George Ford's got a boot on him. He's really controlled the match. I mean, England's clearly the superior team. But George Ford has done a great job marshaling the troops, using his foot to control territory. Had the one try on a chip kick across, like a chip cross kick, like just beautiful stuff from George Ford. I think showed the confidence shown in him by Borthwick and the rest of the coaching staff. I mean, he's showing. He was left for dead, I feel like, a few years ago internationally. They just said, oh, he's just a system guy. There's nothing creative there. He doesn't do anything extra. And man, George Ford, I think, has repaid the confidence, and he's really looked class for the last year or so in an England jersey. All right, Wales get a little gain line here on first phase, setting up for the box kick. Coming from inside of their half, dropping that box kick just across. There we go. Okay, that was backwards. Wales recover this. Well done. See, that's where I find the box kick is effective, is that it becomes like a 50-50 ball, and you have a lot of opportunity for the kicking team to receive it. They definitely don't pick up the territory they would with like a driving kick from a first receiver, but a lot of time there's so much pressure coming there, and they end up regathering. Ha! Well played from the Welsh. Ellis Genge was like on his knees behind the ruck, kind of off to the side, and he's like he kind of gets out of the way. The Welsh scrum half just picks up the ball and passes it right into him. It's probably a good move. Like, so offside's not moving away. Like he should be making an effort to get out of the way, not just like, oh, I'm here and I shouldn't be here. Got to make an effort. Got to make an effort, Mr. Genge. He's a world-class player. He got that penalty reversed earlier in the game. They're going to replay this, and he's like, oh. The Welsh scrum half just chucks it and hits him right in the chest. Good IQ move from the Welsh scrum half, to be fair. It's yeah, I would have done the same thing. Make it obvious. He's offsides. Make it obvious. Oof. Wales not good on the line out. They got a bit of territory, and then they flub it. England looking to attack from this turnover ball off the line out. We're going out the back. George Ford hitting a big man. Woof, well done. Tries to offload. Was it forward? Yes. Okay. A lot of good stuff there from England. Yeah, they attacked well off of the line out steal. But yeah, just like that was Chesham with ball in hand, and the Welsh player just got him wrapped up enough. Really good pass from George Ford, putting Chesham through, and Chesham goes to make the offload, but the Welsh player just gets his hand on Chesham's arms, make it messy, and knock forward. Well done. Good cover tackle from the Welsh player. Ooh, they got the referee cam. Yeah, that's a good perspective there. What do we got? 55 carries, 20 with gain line success from England. Wales, 24 carries, 2 gain line success. So it's about 40% gain line success versus 10% gain line success. I think that tells you most of what's going on in this game. I mean, okay, yes, there we go. We got a free kick to Wales off of that. They're playing. No, oh, the horror. Oh, my goodness. And there's Arundel getting his 3rd try before halftime. Hat trick in the first half. That was a shocking series of mistakes from Wales right there. Oh, goodness. They get the free kick on the scrum. They go quick with it, and then they just completely miss. The ball does not go to hand. They're trying to hit the man. They're trying to hit Rees-Zammit out the back, and he just puts it behind him. And and then there's 3 England players there ready to scoop it up. You make one pass to Arundel as the finisher on the edge. Finisher's finish. Wow. Oof, what a tough one. Bleak if you're a Wales fan. Not good. I'd say they've been hard done maybe a little bit by the referee, but they just look outclassed. And then unforced errors, some of it in the line out. That's just a gifted try. They should have been on the front foot right there from that free kick. And the pass goes behind the man, and England off to the races try. And George Ford adds the extras. So we are just over 36 minutes in. We are 29-0 England over Wales. Wow. Yeah, good early pass from Fraser Dingwall to just hit Arundel on the outside. He could have carried that up a bit more. Dingwall was the man who scooped up that loose ball. Probably could have carried a little bit further, but no, he knew that his winger was off to his left, was a finisher, and he was in space, moved it nice and quickly. Like, well done. Good simple rugby from Fraser Dingwall in the English. This is, yeah, clearly 2 teams at different levels. We got Rees-Zammit here in counterattack. once again doing some things. He's offering some footwork, showing his pace. That's the one thing I wanted to see out of Wales here this game is I definitely want to see Lewis Rees-Zammit like get back into the swing of international rugby and see him make plays. And I'd say that's probably the second play where we've seen him show some footwork, show what he can do. He's world class when he's there and when he's on. All right, box kick coming from midfield from Wales. Down the right side as Wales play, and then you got one of those. Yep, there you got Freddie Stewart, the absolute giant there, getting up under that high ball. I can't get over how big him and Freeman are as a winger and a fullback combo. Like they're massive, absolutely massive dudes. They look like they could and should be loose forwards. And Wales there gets the penalty. Okay. There we go. Good work from one of the Welsh forwards there to get hands on the ball at the ruck and draw the penalty. That was Josh McLeod over that ball. Well done. If I were Wales, I would take no. They're going to kick it into the corner. I feel like they got to get some points of any sort, but MJ, that's you. The red. I agree with you. There is a lack of connection. Doesn't seem like referees are policing that whatsoever. They extend that ruck as far as they can, but it shouldn't be a ruck. That ball, it looked like the referee even said like, hey, the ball was out because it kind of clearly was. And then like two more Welsh players went in there to make it a ruck, and they box kicked from it. All right, so Wales about 7 meters out, line out. They set the maul, kind of crabbing sideways. They've got the advantage here. Let's see what we go here. They're going to play with this advantage, I think. Scrum half tries a little chip kick. Oh, goodness, Wales are playing soccer with it. Okay, no advantage gain. Oof. Yeesh, that was ugly. Wales get the penalty, though. We are 38 minutes, 55 seconds in. So this is probably Wales' last opportunity to get points before the half. England's been all England this game, 29-0. Just under a minute to go. What's Wales going to take for a decision? They're talking it over. What do they want to go? What are we replaying? You cannot. They're taking the player out. The Welsh player was like asking for a replay. I'm not really sure what's going on. It looks like they're going to take the tap. Got a mess of Welsh forwards there. Good first phase carry from the Welsh hooker. Yeah, they're going to try and batter the line here and run this over. What's the call? Ref blows it up. What's the call? Oh, goodness. We got a knock on from Wales. Oof. Yeah, another basic skill error. Seahawks or Patriots? Oof. I'm going to be honest. I think the Seahawks are an absolute machine right now. Yeah, hold on. I got to watch it. They're showing that he never actually kicked the ball on that first phase. Oof. Yeah, that's brutal. Like the ball didn't move when I got to say Seahawks. I'm a Packers fan. I think the Patriots for a lot of the season were a great story and have been really, really good. But yeah, like the Seahawks are just better right now. They've been an absolute machine. Like the Patriots have like gutted out a couple close playoff matches. They seem like they faded a little as the season went on. Seahawks look like an absolute machine right now. I struggled to see a scenario whereby the Seahawks don't win that game. The Patriots, I think, would need some help and some injuries, and just things would have to really fall their way. If I were a betting man, I would say the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. But, that's why they play the game. If I was a betting man, I would have bet money on England before this game too, but I don't like England, so I will never bet for England. I will always root against them, but they are clearly the better rugby team here in this half. So time is expired here. We're going to have one more scrum, and I'm guessing England is backed up against their own try line. My guess is they're going to kick this out. Patriots wouldn't have beat the Broncos. Yeah, I agree with you there. No, that loss of Bo Nix was like that was so tough for the Broncos. They had an incredible season, everything going their way, and then like right at the end, and George Ford dinks it into touch, half over right there. So we're We're going to go to halftime. I will speed through this halftime. What happens on these Peacock broadcasts is they just show a bunch of ads and then they just replay. There's no halftime analysis, nothing like this. And I would say there's not a whole heck of a lot I have to add to this other than England is clearly the dominant team, up 29-0 at halftime. Wales got hurt with a couple of cards there, early middle of the first half. They had some unforced errors, both handling and their set piece isn't quite where it needs to be compared to England's. But I'll be honest, they're just clearly not the team. Good to see Louis Rees-Zammit make a couple plays with his feet, but kind of summed it up right there at the end. Wales have a penalty on the England 5-meter line, so 5 meters away from the English try zone, and they don't act, and the Welsh player does not actually tap the ball. Like it's got to be a kick. He's got to kick it, and he goes to tap it, and it looks like he misses it by that much. And they play a couple phases, and the ref is like, "Hold on, no, like that wasn't. Remember the Bud Bowl?" Yeah, I do remember the Bud Bowl. Now the Super Bowl is it's great if you like advertising, that's for sure. I'm sure there's going to be some real bangers for halftime stuff. So what do we got? Most carries: Ben Earl with 11, Ford with 8, Rees-Zammit. Okay, yep. Rees-Zammit with 7 carries. Ellis Genge, and then Wainwright, the number 8 for Wales. But yeah, if you just look at the number of carries in the game, the gain line success, like everything is going England's way. I feel like there's a few calls where Wales were hard done, but I think the cards were legit considering that the referee warned them, and then it was like consecutive maul, both of them they infringe. So they're gonna replay here. I agree. The Bud Bowl for halftime, that would be interesting. Man, yeah, that first try from England, they just replayed. George Ford just picks the right option, hitting Arundel on that left winger. So I'm going to give this about 2 minutes, and then I am going to fast forward I'm going to, rather than watch a bunch of advertisements or a bunch of tries we've already seen, I'm going to fast forward to the start of the second half. If he was still alive, what they should do, Prince had like an incredible halftime show. The greatest, one of the greatest pieces of art of all time, in my opinion. Prince's halftime show at the Super Bowl, incredible. Pouring rain, playing Purple Rain, like everything. There was so much that could have went wrong, and that dude just was an absolute artist. That was, I would say, by far the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time. And I would say most of them would have been improved had we just had the Bud Bowl instead. But Super Bowl is quite an interesting bit of Americana. It's just it's a show. It's an absolute display of Americana for sure. Yeah, they keep replaying that try, and just George Ford with a great transfer. Arundel does a good job securing the ball and putting it away, because the Welsh player gets one hand on him and like slaps at the ball, but going nowhere. All right, so once again, do this every time. Up the Barbos, Midwest Barbarians, NCR, Midwest All-Stars. Coach those boys. Love those boys. Love the Barbos. Also, Vail Rugby, Vail, Colorado. We play rugby up in the mountains in the summer. Love Vail Rugby. And Iowa Central Community College. I coached there for the last several years. Quit my job there after this past spring, being as I had a child, moved back to Wisconsin. So me having this YouTube channel is a way for me to stay connected with rugby. I still coach the All-Stars, still helped at University of Wisconsin Eau Claire, which is my alma mater where I coached at, or where I played at. But I gave up a full-time coaching gig to spend more time with my family. And so this YouTube channel and this is all an opportunity for me to stay as engaged with the game as I can and keep my rugby skills and my rugby mind fresh. So replay of the second try here. So I'm going to fast forward through, and I think Peacock is going to force me to watch a few ads before the second half start, but we'll get there. So yeah, okay, we fast forwarded well through. I am at 1:05:55, and I believe we should be here to the second half any moment now. They're replaying that last English try where the Wales had the free kick, and this is just Oh, Thomas, the inside center, he like goes to hit Reese Sammet out the back and just blows it, just like puts it right behind him. All right, so Peacock now. Yep, we've got 90 seconds of advertising, so we can keep talking. I love rugby. Rugby's the best. Rugby has given me a really cool life, a really cool family. The Six Nations, super cool tournament, biggest one in Europe. I think that American rugby, we're thinking too small. I think we don't think we're good enough, and I think we need to get over that stuff as soon as possible. And as soon as we get over the fact, this idea that hey, we're not a rugby nation, we're not good enough. As soon as we get over that stuff, we can actually make progress, and we can be competing with these teams in the Six Nations. Like Wales is the bottom of the Six Nations by all accounts at the moment, and Wales would probably still work the USA Eagles pretty badly. Not because of a lack of talent, but there is a lack of belief in ourselves as a rugby nation. We bring in outside perspectives. We don't back ourselves. Some of that is self-inflicted. We continue. You look at the MLR. I wrote a Substack piece about it. The MLR brings in all these foreign coaches. We don't have coaching talent in America. Like I refuse to believe that. I've won multiple national titles. I've sent double-digit number of players who've ended up playing professional rugby. And then when I talk to MLR teams, they say, nah, your resume, like, it's like, huh? So you're gonna pay for a visa and you're gonna bring a foreigner in. Well, yeah, okay, maybe I'm willing to believe that maybe there are definitely there are foreign coaches who know more about rugby than me, who have a perspective. Do they know American athletes like I do? I don't think so. Do they are people who come in and we have to get a visa to coach our professional teams, or in a lot of cases to coach our Eagles? Not right now because we got Scott Lawrence, big Scott Lawrence fan, the head man of the Eagles. Are those the people who are going to lead American rugby to the next level? The appointment of the USA women's coach. We had Sione Fukufuku, like international coach with a pedigree, 2 women's World Cups. We trot out the same lineups, play the same style. We lose the same way. We underperform a little bit. Telling me an American coach could have done that. Somebody who's dealt with, who's grew up and whose coaching career is with American players. I can think of 10 people off the top of my head who could have done that. We could have failed with an American and at least developed internally, but so it goes. And then what do? We go get a Canadian as a replacement coach. So I don't know. Come on, USA Rugby. Like, let's back the people who are here. Let's get some more Americans coaching in the MLR. Let's get American kids playing 9 and 10 at a young age, get a lot of ball in hand time, get the best players playing together a lot at a young age. Okay, that's how we get better. And stop thinking that success is going to come from the outside. Success isn't going to come from the outside. We got to find, like, within ourselves, an American rugby identity, an American rugby style, and we need to just be American rugby. Just be ourselves. Don't try and copy the All Blacks. Don't try and copy South Africa. Don't try and copy anyone. Be American rugby, okay? Find our identity, develop our players, develop our coaches, and then we can move forward. But when we're trying to copy what's working for England or South Africa or New Zealand or whoever, okay, it's not gonna be successful. We're not them. We are us. Look at Japan. Japan's really gotten successful in the last decade, made some huge breakthroughs. We're about to kick off the second half. They play their own style of rugby. It's technically sound as heck. It's really fast-paced, and there's the opening kickoff of the second half. So, American rugby, let's be American rugby. For goodness sakes, we can do this. Wales receive the kickoff. They're just outside their 22. Smash it up here once with the forwards. Let's see what we're looking to do. I think Wales, my guess, Genge is off already. So England already, they've got a sub at the loose head prop here right at halftime. And box kick coming from Wales. Ooh, maybe not deep enough. All right, recovered by Wales though. The English player just swatted at it. And deep kick. Not sure who made the kick, but deep kick to Freddie Stewart. Bangs it back downfield. Back to the Welsh player again. Little kicking battle here. Let's see how many we got. I think that's the third kick in a row. George Ford, ball in hand. Comes the 4th kick from inside his 22. And down the right sideline to Reese Sammet. Reese Sammet, he's going to send it back. That's a 5th kick in a row. We got a kicking battle here. Big old kicking battle. Back to Ford. Inside his own 22. I think he went to touch with this one. Yep, kicks it into touch. So six kicks there. Wales received the kick, one forward phase, nice kicking battle. So England demonstrated their attacking prowess, 29 points, 376 carry meters, and 14 defenders beaten in the first half. Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a team that is up 29-0 at halftime. All right, so we've got a Welsh line out just inside the English half. Ooh, tricky little play. No lift, anything. Well, I like it. Just across halfway. Bit of gain line success there from Wales. And then they spill it forward. Story of Wales right now. Look, just a little opportunity, little positivity, and error. Giving it back. So I'm sure England will be really content to have a scrum here. They've won some penalties at the scrum. They've been a bit of the dominant team. Yeah, oof. Is that Adam Beard, I think, with the knock on there from Wales. Decent little like scrum half picking like a little dart, and he picks his man, and it just knock on. Scrum to England here, they're about 1 meter on their side of halfway. So all England in this game, we're 42 minutes, 30 seconds into this, just in 2.5 into the second half. We've got an English scrum coming. Bind, set. And geez, yeah. There is nothing, no feed is ever called at the scrum ever again. So another scrum penalty against Wales. I'm not sure what this one was for. Was it what's not driving straight or coming up? He's saying coming up by pulling down. What? Now he's saying pulling down. Not. He's made like 3 different secondary signals there. I'm not. I thought the referees of the first 2 games did a pretty solid job. I'm not entirely satisfied with. I'm more dissatisfied with this referee than I have been with any of the ones in the first 2 games. I really do think. See, and now what's the call? Is he calling the Welsh player pulling it down? Because I feel like the English tight head all game long has been cranking on every scrum just about, and I don't know. All right, well, so it goes. Nobody to blame. No reason to blame the referee for the result or what the score of this match is right now. Just think that their Wales have been hard done a few times. England set them all off the line out, marching forward. Ooh, still marching forward. Got some Welsh players on the wrong side of things. Yep, you got to come on out. Ref's telling them, and ball's out to the scrum half. Out to George. Oh, great line. George Ford. Wow, really good timing. Really good line running from the English. England has advantage, and they're 4 meters out. Oof. Going from bad to worse. What's the advantage call? For moving the ball wide. Yep. And England waltz in for another try. We had Roebuck there. That's the other big winger. That's okay. Why was I thinking Tommy Freeman? I had that wrong earlier in the match, but yep. England with just way too many men. The quick transfer from George Ford right there was fantastic. Oh, I think that's Freeman in the centers. That's my bad. Or no, that was Roebuck on that phase as well. But there was a quick transfer from George Ford. They hit him out the back, and the Wales defender blitzed him nicely, and he just beautiful skill, great transfer to hit the man to go forward. So that's Roebuck with his 6th try and 9 caps. So England 34, Wales 0. Tough one. We got a tough one going here. Can't say I'm shocked by this. I certainly expected England to be the dominant team here. Kind of was hoping Wales could get a bit more positivity out of this, and George Ford slots the extras after. So 36-0 England. What are we about? 5.5 minutes in? Yeah, really good skill. There's no question England was going to score a try there. They had a bunch more, just a massive overlap. Just a matter of fixing the last defender and moving the ball once more. So Wales with the restart here. Nice high restart. This is contestable. England really good lift on that restart to secure it. No, he's going to. Jeez, man. All right. I think we do have an actual ruck here. We were arguing before about shoulder contact in the ruck, and Reece Zammit being brave, but just mishandled it. George Ford, cross kick. Oof. Oh, okay. Okay. Wales down the left sideline. Picked up some good meters there in counterattack. You're going to play off that left sideline. They're about 45 meters from the England line. Going back to the short side. Wainwright with the carry. Jeez, and another handling error, but it was backwards. Wales, they're just not doing themselves any favors. Like I feel like they've maybe been a little hard done now and again from the referee calls, but they've just so many unforced errors, especially with the handling. I think that was Reece Ammett putting the chip kick through. That's a good kick from Reece Ammett. Right down there. They got Freddie Stewart backed up against his own line. Wow, well done. They're bringing the pressure at the ruck. Okay. Oh, oof. Just needed one more. The Welsh fully counter-rucked the English players off of it, but they just needed one more guy to be behind them to get hands on the ball, and there was not another player behind them. All right, so England playing a couple phases, it appears, out of their own, deep in their own half, and then looking to clear the ball. Geez, like everything seems to be a box kick. We've only seen, from slow play, it's just like box kick, box kick, box kick. This one goes to touch. Wales play it fast. Okay. They're still looking to do something with this. Beats one. Well done. Picks nice carry from the Welsh winger there. They're kind of like Ireland against France, like they're trying to play positive rugby. It's just not coming off. Offload off the ground, out the back, another out the back. We've got number 7 on the edge. Wales 5 meters from the England line, and then the pass goes between the legs. We've got advantage to Wales. Okay, 3 meters out. Let's go. What can you do, Wales? Scrum half makes a dart. Not quite there. Gap closed down really quick. Well done by the English defense. But we've got this advantage here. Let's see if Wales can finally get some points on the board. England bringing the pressure at the ruck. I think this is going to get blown up. Yeah. Yep. No advantage gained. Where are we at? What are we coming back for? What was the infringement? I'm curious about it. Didn't see it. My best guess would be an offsides, but he's bringing it back for the penalty. Huh. So yeah, no, that was probably the best series of attacking phases from Wales this game. Wales with the penalty. What are they, just outside the 22? He played a long advantage. They don't want to just take, it was an offsides, not surprising. So this is right in front of the sticks and they're still kicking. So I give Wales credit. I feel like if I were them, I would have wanted them to kick 1 or 2 of these penalties just to get points on the board and get something to build from. But fair, they're being optimistic. They know that they're way out of this game at this point, and they want tries. They're looking for 5-pointers. Yeah, Fraser Dingwall was well offsides there. That's probably the right call. So we're going to have a Wales line out here. What are we, about 10, 12 meters from the English line? All right, so instead of taking the free 3 points, oh no, much closer. Sorry, that was not the AR. It's about 7 meters from the English line. Wales set the maul. Got a bit of forward momentum here. Okay, 5 meters out. Let's go. Use it once. Looks like the scrum half's going to play with this. He darts, draws, hits his winger. Gap was well closed off by the England player. All right, now he's starting to batter with the forwards. They're moving towards the center of the pitch, trying to right in front of the sticks. 3 meters out. Good. Once again, there's still some fight in this Welsh team. Don't see them coming back and making this an actual competitive match, but we got another advantage. Okay. Big Welsh number 4 knocks it forward in contact. Okay. All right. Time is off. I think we might have a card, or at least it's going to be a chat. Yep. Is he going to the pocket? And he's talking to Jamie George right now. We're 50 minutes, 9 seconds. So just over 10 minutes into the second half. England's up 36-0 on Wales. Well, last one offsides. Yeah, fair enough. Repeated infringements. So if we get another one, maybe it's a card on the same. So Jamie George is clarifying, speak to my team, blah, blah, blah. We got a sub coming. It looks like he's signaling for a sub. Time is still off here. Okay, we got a bunch of Welsh forwards coming on. Yes, a bunch. It looks like both props, probably a lock. So, Wales bringing the reinforcements in the forward pack, type 5. Nicky Smith, Archie, yep, both props and the 6. Alex Mann is off and Tane Plumtree is on at 6. So three big fresh forwards coming on for Wales. Maro Itoje coming on for England. Another big old forward. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. This is a time of the game where, yep, you want some fresh legs. Looks like Jamie George is off. Yep, Colin Dickey's on for George. Trevor Davison's on for Joe Hayes at tight end. Again, I think good for Hayes. I mean, he was dominant here in the first half. I really think he got away with like cranking on his opposite a few times. Curry is Underhill. Curry is on for Underhill. Okay. So Wales tap. They've got the penalty 5 meters out, and they choose to take the tap. They're going for 5-pointers here. I love the initiative. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, hey, Emily. Nice to see you. What's my opinion of Itoje? Oh, I think he's a great player. I think I would also think maybe a little bit overrated. But yeah, I don't know. He puts in the hard meter. I honestly think he was a good cap. I think he just got carded immediately. Speaking of Itoje. Hi, Emily. Thanks for being here. Yeah, wow. Maro Itoje, immediate card. He's been on for about 30 seconds, then he's carded. Yeah, I think Itoje's good. I don't think he's all that he's cracked up to be. I think there is definitely a thing where like good English players get talked up where they're like, oh, he's world class, he's the greatest there ever been. I mean, I think Itoje is a very good player. I don't think he's quite what the biggest English cheerleaders, quite at the level that the biggest English cheerleaders will say he is. Wales that was good consistency from the referee and actually giving the card on the repeat infringements. Wales are like inches off from the line. Did he get there? Is he there? Inches away from the line right here. What's going on? Oh, skip pass and the chip kick. That's going to be the first Wales try. There we go. Good use of advantage. Josh Adams there in the corner. Well done. Okay. Good initiative. Honestly, good attacking 5 minutes or so from Wales there. Good to see him get the try. They're clearly behind the 8 ball in this game. Clearly, like just not up to England's level, but still trying to play positive rugby. Good to see him get some points on the board. I don't think the referees helped them, but at the same time, I don't think the referee would make a lick of difference. They'd still be down by several tries. Yeah, good little bit of skill with that cross kick. Good use of the advantage. You get that advantage, that's time to be a little bit speculative. Do something like that because even if we don't get the try, we're just going to come back for the penalty and all will be well anyway. Pinpoint accurate. Yeah. So got Williams taking the kick after. Good conversion kick. Almost on the left touchline. Puts it in. Well done. Josh Adams with the try. Williams with the kick after. Well done. Well done. Up the Welsh. Love it. Javi? What's up, Jav? How you doing, dude? Thanks for being here, man. It's great to see you, dude. I'm watching the England-Wales replay here. So we got England's up 36-7. Wales finally got a try on the board. We are 52-50 now. As I stumbled over my words, 5 more seconds went by. So England kicked this one deep. We're into the Welsh 22. I think the Welsh are going to consolidate, and it looks like we've got another box kick coming. Yeah, I agree, MJ. I'm happy for Wales too, man. I feel like they're trying. They're just overmatched. And again, I do feel like the referee, there was geez, you're gonna pile on a little bit, but I don't know. Maro Itoje looks bewildered on the sidelines. Gets in the game, immediately gets a yellow card. So, all right. So England line out about 25 out. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, Hob, man. I'm just trying to stay as involved as I can. I got things to share. Gonna start doing some longer form actual educational videos here soon instead of just me being silly and ranting and shorts. But the Six Nations is a cool opportunity, I think, for me to just watch games, talk about it, get some stuff out there. I'm taking a broadcast course actually starting this week, Wednesday, with Dallin Stanford. So I'm hoping that right now I'm just flying blind completely and just doing what I can and just saying what's happening and giving my opinion on these games. I'm hoping, I would imagine with a little bit of coaching and doing this course, I would imagine that my actual commentating will improve. Anytime you actually do something, you get better at a thing. And this was kind of a thing where I just need to start. Oh, hold on. I thought George Ford was setting up for a drop goal, and instead he just puts a high ball in. You just got to start doing it, and then take feedback, learn, get better. So Wales have a knock advantage here off of that. They're about backed up about 10 meters from their own line here. Not the best. I agree about Itoje. Great. Yeah. Like he's really good. He would be, if he was with the Eagles, he'd be really, he'd maybe be our best forward, like 4 through 8. But like at any time you see this over and over again with good English players, is like, yeah, he's a very good rugby player. He does his job well. And the English press or the English rugby cheerleaders just run with it. And they're like, he's the greatest. Is he the best ever? And it's like, he's a big dude who plays hard and like does his job well. Like, I don't think he's the best in the world. I don't think he's even close, but such as rugby pundits, anytime somebody's playing well, they're a world beater, and then they love to pile on them anytime they have a run of bad form. Great. There it is. Reece Samet. Oh, love seeing it. Steps a couple, breaks a tackle. Oh, Reece Samet running from his own 22 and making guys miss. That's what I wanted to see. Heck yes. Love it. Love it. Great to see him back in a Wales jersey playing rugby. Like, good on him for trying something and trying the NFL thing, but like, he's a rugby player. Be a rugby player, dude. Like, I don't know. Be a rugby player. Reece Samet. They're gonna replay this. Yep. Great. Like, breaks 2 tackles, makes a couple guys miss. Great feet. Steps another guy. Just bounces Mitchell, the English scrum half, in a tackle, and then moves the ball. Like, great play. Probably play of the game, I would say, in attack for Wales right there from Reece Samet. Like, so that's like, I'd say the third play where he's made something happen. He's done something good with it. All right, so we're going to have a Welsh line out about 45 from the English line. So, again, Wales is trying to play positive. We're at 56-30 right now. So, into the second half, 10 carries from Reece Samet, definitely the most carries of any Welsh player. Like, dude's trying to do something. All right, they go off the top from the line out, and they play it wide-ish. They play out to the wider channel, hit a forward just out of the opposite 15 meter, and then they come back. Oh, looks left, goes right, out the back. Okay, yeah. Once again, they're trying. They're just overmatched. Like Ireland and Paris, Wales starting to play rugby in this third quarter. Yeah, I agree with that. If Ireland could have gotten some points in the first half, maybe a try, like that could have ended up turning into an actually competitive match. I mean, France was the better team, and they just were ruthless with actually scoring the tries, whereas Ireland had opportunities, and if they could have just gotten a score or two in the first half, all of a sudden, once they gain momentum, they're in the 50, 60-minute mark. Like, all of a sudden, this could have been a very close competitive match, but they didn't get the points early, and so they were playing from so far behind that they could never really make it close enough to make it an interesting match. Man, that's cool. Hav, it's great to see you, man. I really appreciate the support, dude. Likewise, MJ. What do we got? We have men pretending to be injured so we can get a water break. This is probably one of my biggest pet peeves in international rugby, is the feigning injury so that we get more stoppage and the water gets out. I think this needs to be policed just way better by referees. Like, I get it. If there's a genuine injury and a player is down, it is what it is. But you look, the Springboks are the absolute masters at this. Like, every stoppage, there's a big forward like taking a knee, and he's like, my thing is they come on out, they bring the spray, they wrap some stuff around it, and they're like, yeah, okay, I'm good. It's like, no, like, I just feel like center referees have to police that a lot better. I mean, there's clearly a lot of gamesmanship going on with that. Like, oh, I'm injured. We got Tommy Freeman in there at playing loose forward. So England with the Itoje off. You've got England have had to bring their outside center in. Again, Tommy Freeman's an absolute giant of a 13. They've had to bring him into the side of the scrum to play number 6 because they need a full 8 there. Scrum goes down right away. Looks like he's going to reset this one. Ooh. Oh, fine. You're now the referee is talking about the English front row about pulling him down. Yeah, it's. I mean, I watch it on Peacock. I've had Peacock for forever. And like I love the fact that they do it. But like, there's nothing quite like being like watching the full game. I was saying that at the start of the broadcast that I feel like younger, less experienced rugby players are. It's like they have. There's so much access to rugby content that you can end up like you can watch 10 different games highlights in an hour and you see all like the cool tries and stuff. But what really like upgrades a player's rugby IQ is getting to watch a full match and seeing all the stuff off the ball. Okay, another infringement allegedly from the Welsh front row. Man, I really do feel like this referee has it out for Wales a little bit. Like they're just not getting they're clearly the team that's getting pounded. And they're also, it just seems like they're on the wrong side of some decisions. George Ford puts a high ball up. What do we got? Reese Hammond again, smashing through. Like, man, it's good to see him back. If Wales are going to be good, I think Louis Reese Hammett's going to be a part of it. Good box kick to touch there. Gets the territory. What do you got there, MJ? They don't ask to come out. They just do it, and it turns into an extra break time. 100%. Yeah, agreed. Yep. Like, oh no, my player's down, so I'm going to bring water out. Like, if even too, like, I get it. There's a time maybe somebody's bleeding, they need to get strapped. Maybe they rolled an ankle, and we need to put tape on the outside of their boot or something. And in like that case, yes, get the medic out there, let them do their job. But the idea that like every stoppage is like a BS injury and a free water break for teams, it just drives me nuts. Like it's pure gamesmanship, and it's just gotten way out of hand. I feel like especially in the international game here in the last like 5 years or so, it's just every single stoppage turns into a free water break because somebody's injured. Oh, but they don't come out. They don't they just need the medic to spray the stuff on them and put a little tape on them or just talk to them or whatever. It's just I don't love it. Don't love it at all. What's he calling the Welsh player offsides? Yeah, that's probably a good call there. Ended up way on the wrong side of that. So we got George Ford. We're just over 60 minutes, 60-15 right now. So just under 20 to go. And England smash it down into the 22. So we're going to have an England line out about 12, 15 meters out from the Welsh line. It looks like Itoje is getting ready to come back in off of his yellow card. Maro Itoje is just like, he just looks like he's itching to get back in the game. England set the maul off of the line out. Good counter from Wales, pushing them back in towards the sidelines. England move the ball out. They go hit up through a center. Yeah. A couple phases, haven't really gotten any go forward. Again, Wales, they're showing fight. It's just going to end up being way too little too late. Yeah, Itoje was like hard done by that. He just got real unlucky, to be honest, to be the guy who got carded. It's like, they were on warning. He just came in the match. He committed a kind of ticky-tack penalty right there. Like, yeah, okay, his hands were on the ground. I agree with the penalty call, but it was just wrong place, wrong time that he got carded there. That's always interesting because you see sometimes where guys like get carded and it's like, yeah, you deserve that, or you got lucky. That should have been a red card or something. And then you see, especially on those repeat infringement ones, it's just like, dang it, you were the guy who was there who did the thing that yeah, it was a penalty. But oh yeah, nope. You were on warning for repeat infringements, fair enough. Did Wales get the penalty there? There we go. Okay. Wales get the holding on penalty? Well done. Or no, double movement. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, again, Wales keeps fighting. I'd love to see this when a team is down, especially if they're clearly the inferior team in this case, kind of like Ireland against France. They were just overmatched. Ireland is so beat up with injuries. They're just not as good. They just can't compare to that full strength French side. But if they keep trying to play good rugby and keep making plays and keep putting their body on the line and stuff, it's really good. This is a good call. Again, I think it was a double movement signal, but that's Roebuck, the last try scorer. Yeah, good work from the Welsh player getting hands on the ball, and we got Itoje back in. Wales line out just outside their own 22. They go to Wainwright, the 8-man off. There we go. Good gain line. Good hit up from Wainwright, the 8-man. Looks like they're setting up for the box kick, unsurprisingly. And here it comes. Big old box kick. What are we down the right sideline as Wales plays? That's a 50-50. That's hit back by the Welsh player. Moved again. Oh, cross kick. Good look. Good look from the Welsh 10 there. Okay. Yep. Wales still continuing to play ball. Still continuing to play ball. Oh, we got Pollock coming on. Big old white blonde mop. He's been quite the revelation. He's got a lot of fans. Everyone's screaming like, oh, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I also think that's another one, kind of like to what we were saying about Itoje before. Like, okay, young kid breaks into the international scene, makes some plays, does some good stuff. He's doing good, but to the level of hype, and again, especially the English media, that they bring to some players, like when things are going good, they are the greatest ever or whatever. Or how is he not starting or whatever? It's like these are relatively short careers for these guys. So yeah, they've got to make hay while the sun shines. But like the amount of like he's the greatest in the world when a guy has a couple good games, and then the opposite of he's so trash when he has a run of tough form. It's just like, man, that's tough. Chandler Cunningham, huh? That's a good shout out, actually. Yeah, yeah. Dude can play. I don't know. As far as England goes, I'm a Marcus Smith fan because he's just fun to watch play. Oh, England, nice breakaway, good offload in the tackle. They're about 5 out. I think that was George Ford who ended up having the break there. They hit it up to the sub prop. Oh, and they not lose it forward. I think no, is he reaching for the pocket? What's the call here? Did the Welsh player rip it out? Oh, whoa. I got to see the replay on this because it looked to me like an England player just looked like he just stretched. And I think they're saying that the Welsh center there, yeah, Ben Thomas, the inside center for Wales, I think they're saying that he still grabbed and ripped the player. I agree, he deserves it. You see that sometimes with England in the Premier. It's like, honestly, if there's one, Danny Cipriani. So he's young, he's electrifying, got brought up as a real young. Here's Pollock coming on right now. We're at 65 minutes, 8 seconds. Cipriani, maybe got brought up and had too much expectations too soon, has a horrific injury. He's dating models. He's kind of in the news. He's getting drunk and doing stupid things. Pollock is coming on for Robot. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's coming on for Robot because that's probably the card is. Yep. That makes sense. And then he's like out, he has this horrific leg break and he's out in the wilderness. He goes to the Melbourne Rebels. Career keeps going. He comes back to England and he's playing for Gloucester and he's like clearly the best fly half in the Premiership. Like it's not even close. I watched him for a couple years there. Yeah, okay, they're showing that again for that's probably a fair call on the rip. Tackle was over. Both players are on the ground. He rips it out and throws it to his own teammate. So that's probably a good call. Wales win the line out here. Good steal on it. But no, Danny Cipriani, I think it's a perfect example of like, yeah, he had Owen Farrell and George Ford in front of him or whatever. But like, if you're watching the Premiership and watching Cipriani play for Gloucester for a couple years, like he was the best there was in England. Like he was doing things in attack that were so dynamic and so fun to watch and were such positive, good rugby. He just couldn't get the call up back to the England squad. It was really, I felt for him. It was sad to watch because I remember thinking like when he was in Melbourne and stuff, I was like, he's kind of an idiot. You hear about him getting drunk and doing stupid things and being in the media. And it's like, and then I really do think he kind of matured both as a person and a player. And then he was tainted with the like, oh no, he's a hothead. He's a showboat. He's about himself and not about the team and stuff. And it's like, geez, just watch the guy play for Gloucester. He's the best player in England right now. And yet he could not get an England call up. So I don't know. Rugby's weird. Like things are when things are going well, attention and form are fickle things. You see this with wingers a lot too, where a winger will, I think we got Pollock with the try, or was he, might have got a try there. We're going to see the replay on this, or was he in touch? I think his foot might have been in touch before he got this down. That's just how it looked to me in real time. But I think the initial call is try to England in the right corner, and that's Pollock. Good ball movement on that right edge from England. It looks like Pollock got the finish. I want to see this again because it looked to me in real time like the Welsh player got his feet to touch. Yeah, he's got his foot's in touch. that's if they look at this is going to come back. That's a good, yeah. Go check that out. Go check that one out for sure. I was correct. Good cover. He's in the try zone, but he just doesn't get it down quick enough. The Welsh player comes across and gets his 1 foot into touch before that ball gets grounded. So yeah, on-field decision is try. I want to show you a foot in touch in goal by number 21. This is a good TMO review. Yep, that should definitely be a no try. Definite no try. Clearly in touch. Man, AR, you should have been there, dude. Missed it. That's got to be. Yeah, this is, I would say, he just slides right here and it's an easy try. And instead, he stays upright a little bit longer, and that Welsh player is able to come over the top and pull his foot into touch. Once you're in, man, just take the 5 points. This is no. Pad your stats, young man. Pad your stats. He should have been low and diving as soon as he should have caught that ball and immediately just turned into a missile and dove into the corner. Like that's an easy try. If he doesn't try and he just tries to take an extra step or two there. Yeah. That'll cost you. Take the 5 points. I mean, you could say that was a high tackle. Interesting. The Welsh player clearly like kind of comes over the top and pulls him and ends up getting the foot to extend into touch. I'll be interested to see. Does he come back and award a penalty on a high tackle here though? So we've got high tackle by 20. Okay, so he's giving a penalty try. Oof. Yeah, probably ultimately the right call because on replay that is a high tackle. Kind of hard done though. Oof. Pollock got lucky there, I would say. Young players, if you're watching this, if you got the try and there's somebody bearing down on you, get low, score the try. Just score the try. Yeah, I don't know, MJ. I agree. Like, why are you trying to run there? Like, just be a missile and touch the ball down in the corner and take the padding of your try stats. So restart comes. George Ford in the 22. Nice deep clearance into touch. Wales going to go quick with it. Nope, not going to go kick. What a kick from George Ford. Wow. Deep in his own 22 and puts it almost to the opposite 10-meter line. So it put Wales back in their own territory. They're about 58, 59 meters from the English line. A huge kick from George Ford, man. I think Steve Borthwick's been rewarded, and he's made the correct call by giving the nod to George Ford. Like I said early in the game, like I'm a big Marcus Smith fan, but something says like there's maybe not quite enough space for him to operate and do what he does. Okay, England steal the lineout once again. The English defensive lineout has really caused trouble for the Welsh. They've consistently gotten jumpers up there and gotten hands on the ball and stolen a lot of lineouts. I think Marcus Smith is on there. Yeah, he's got ball in hand right now. Ooh, hits a big man. Pops it back to Marcus Smith. England's right knocking on the door again. Wales bringing the counter ruck. Nope, but England move it away. George Ford to Ben Earl. Tommy Freeman dives in. Oof. Is that going to be another English try there? Wow. It's, once again, really good ball movement. Hey, he's going to review this. We got this. We got the T. What are we going to come back for? Something. Yeah, it has become something of a route. Yeah. Chance here of a neck roll. Okay, let's see what we got. Last ruck by 16 White. Let's see. Cowan Dickey. He gets counter rucked, and then he grabs him by the neck. Yeah, that should come back. Can't do that. He gets counter rucked and he's in a bad high position and he just grabs him and cranks him off to the side. That's dangerous play. Kind of has two guys by the neck, and he definitely follows through and pulls on. I would say that should be a card, sir, but I don't know. I am a big advocate of getting rid of the gator roll, which they have technically in World Rugby. But anytime you're on the neck, and anytime you're up around here, like you're endangering someone in a big sort of way, I think that should be a card there, to be honest. But I don't know. I'm not the center referee here. So no try. No try for England. Going to be a Welsh line out about 63 meters. So Wales have two players in the bin, Plumtree and Thomas. And Cowan Dickey gets penalized and gets the try taken away for a neck roll, but no. And England win the line. I might have been wrong. That might have been an English throw in. England win the line out regardless. They're on the front foot again, just outside the Welsh 22. Out the back. They move the ball. Good ball movement again. Oh, just a little low. Last pass to Ben Earl out there on the wing. Just went a little bit low. Yeah, there's that Arundel. Just didn't get the pass. Didn't quite get it. Finish the hands, man. Finish the hands. Finish. I got a short about it. Like, finish the hands. Finish the hands at the target. If the hands go low, the ball's going to go low. You got to finish. Anytime you're throwing a spin pass, you got to finish the hands at the target. Otherwise, if the hands don't finish the target, the ball's probably not going to go to the target. The ball's going to go wherever your hands finish. So we got 9.5 to go, 70-30 left to go in the match. Looks like we're setting up for a Welsh scrum. Somebody's got a scrum here. Looked like it was a handling error there from England. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was a knockdown. All right. So we're scrumming down 70-50. So 9 minutes, 10 seconds remain in this game. Let's see if Wales can get anything else going here. And set. Good scrum again. Wainwright off the back. He's done a good job. He's had several 8-man picks from Wainwright, the Welsh number 8, getting good go forward on that first phase off the back of a scrum. Wales set up for the box kick. Smashes it nice and high. Good 50-50 jump ball. That's where. Oh, we've got a front row kicking. Oh, the Welsh prop finds space with the toe. Hella cards is right. I don't know what the record is, but that's a lot. Oh, Marcus Smith breaking tackles. Oh, and then passing the ball to a Welsh player. All right. Well, they're still playing ball. It's still fun. Good steal from Maro Itoje. Woof. Great steal from Itoje. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think Cowan Dickey should have been carded for that neck roll previously. Like Wales, like the cards for the Welsh players are penalties, and then a player does something dangerous and he's allowed to remain on the pitch. Love a prop kick. Love it when a prop kicks effectively. As a coach, when that you go, no, okay, yeah, it went right. You did good. Good job there, fella. Career highlight right there for that big man. What do we got? So they're saying Arundel, Ford, Earl, or Chesham are who they're putting up for possible men of the match. I would say Arundel because he got the hat trick, but I can make a case for Ben Earl or George Ford. Ollie Chesham's played well. I don't think it's quite a man of the match performance. I think you go with the winger who gets the hat trick. But good to see a couple forwards getting man of the match in the first two Six Nations matches. I thought that big was it Gaillard, the big lock for France was super deserving. I mean, he played like only like 50 minutes, was just a monster every single time. He carried the ball every tackle. It was well-deserved man of the match there, I would say. And then also it's cool to see the Italian tight head prop. Yeah, him or Ford. Yeah, I would agree. That's a high tackle from Wainwright. Yeah. Yeah, I think George Ford's played lights out again. Like I'm more of a Marcus Smith fan, but I've got to agree that George Ford has looked the class fly half in the England shirt for the last year, really. Like he just always got the knock of that he's just a system player, but he seems like there's been a lot more transfer from him. Like he's made some really, really good passes in attack. Kicking's always been spot on from him. Yeah, that's they're replaying that. That's a clear. Wainwright even like pulls out of it because he's like, no, he knows he's around the neck. Yeah, Arundel's a guy who it took a while for him to get the call up to the England squad, and he was like, I think he was the top try scorer in the Premiership last season. Might be wrong, but I think so. And he just couldn't break through the England side, and now he does, and there he's getting scoring hat tricks. Oh, chip kick it. Oh, Reece Sammet goes quick with the clearance kick. Well, that's a great. So they chip kicked it into the try zone. And then Reese Zammit downs it, and he immediately takes the goal line dropout and picks up well over 50 meters with it. That was a good quick take. Again, Reese Zammit, he looking like the player he was before he left for the NFL. George Ford with the cross kick to Pollock, mishandles it, but backwards. He's going down the left sideline there. Good settle. They're just outside the Welsh 22. Good job settling that phase. Oh, yeah, that was overcooked. Oof. Mitchell tried a little cheeky like chip kick from the base of the ruck and goes straight to touch. Maybe not the right decision there. Yeah, again, George Ford, they're replaying that breakaway. Great. George Ford just hits the perfect timing on it. Oh, he should have. Going to be honest, that instead of the chip kick, he had his man to the inside. He puts him away for the try if he actually just makes the inside pass. Yeah, I agree. That's class George Ford. Wales throws it over the top, over the back. Oh, we got another card coming. It's Ben Earl this time. Jeez, what did he do? High tackle? Let's see the replay. I missed what it was, but yeah. Curry. No, Curry, my bad. Him and Earl they look sort of similar physically from a distance. Let's see what I missed what actually happened there with the play, but there was no argument or anything about it. It might have been a shoulder to the head or something. He does live on the edge. That was one that he got wrong. He lives on the edge. Yeah, he does live on the edge. Curry is world class, I would say. I mean, you got a couple really good players coming off the bench. Ford gets the man of the match. I think that's fair. I probably would have given it because Arundel gets the 3 tries, but like everything good England did went through George Ford. Plus, I'm partial to fly halves, but I'm not going to argue with that one. I would have given it to Arundel, the winger who got the hat trick, but George Ford, fantastic performance, well-deserved man of the match. We got 4 minutes to go in this one. Let's see if we can get any more scoring from either of these teams. We got a yellow card for both of them. So England's going to finish the game down a man, but we're playing 14 on 14 right here. Wales set the maul. Player breaks off. Good carry, good go forward. England making that ruck messy. Good counter ruck from the English. They win the ball. Oof. Mess in those rucks right now. I always find that rucking at the international level in particular. Oh, I disconnected there for a second, but I've reconnected. Wonderful. Not sure what was going on there. Spencer Pollock. Okay. England's just playing some forward ball here. I think we're setting up for another box kick. Yeah, another box kick coming from their own 10-meter line. And he hoofs it nice and high, kind of down the left side. 50-50 ball. England player knocks it on. So Wales have a knock-on advantage here. Let's see if Wales can play with this. Oh, Reese-am it. Oh, and then he cooks it into touch. Oof. Gets a little breakaway, gets around the edge, and then he puts the chip kick in and just goes straight to touch. Tough. Man, he's electric though, I tell you. If Wales are going to be successful, you're going to see a lot more of Reese-am it. I hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays on the pitch because if you talk about a Welsh player who can be a difference maker, who can make plays, I mean, ball in hand, the kid's electric. Like he makes stuff happen. He's got great feet. He's got finishing pace. Like just about does it all. It's good, interesting to see him at fullback because he's always been a winger and he was just a finisher, finish. But he's looked really nice from at the 15 spot this game. England, good line out, nice maul set. Oh, I would say, saying use it once. MJ, I would say that the Cowan Dickey there, like, look at, he came into the maul. There was no shoulder connection. Ref didn't say anything about it. What's the penalty there? Say in at the side, man. Like again, I just think that this referee has been a little harsh on the Welsh here. Like they're clearly the inferior team here. Like England are clearly dominant, but like, man, I'd be interested to see what the final penalty count is in this match. So Ford's kicking to the right sideline into the 22. It looks like England are going to have a line out here, probably looking to finish this off with one more try if they can. There's no mercy in international rugby. When you got them on the ropes, you keep them on the ropes and you bury them. He isn't exactly exhilarating, not freakishly athletic, and he doesn't manufacture lots of, but he's high IQ. Just like I lack of handling errors, man. Like so many beautiful quick transfers, like so much good stuff. Wow, that was a really good counter. Like they knew that England was going to set them all, and Wales just came in and smashed it. What's the call here, sir? Yep, scrum to Wales. I like it. Well defended by the Welsh. Again, they're still playing. You got a minute 10 seconds to go. And Wales is still trying to play ball. Looks like the referee's having trouble with his whistle, giving it the shaken pat. Yeah, George Ford's super consistent, man. He just does not make mistakes. He plays the percentages so well. Like he does a great job of making the right simple call and right simple decision and executing the simple skill. So again, England with the 5-man. They bring a Toje right to the middle. Hold on. He reset that to I'm not sure what the call was there, but he reset it to another English line out. Oh, did they get the try down the right sideline there? I think he might have. Freeman, that's a really good carry from Freeman. Good ball movement. I think that might be the match. Oof. England get one more to cap it off. I want to see if they got the replay. The Maul was kind of blocking the break off of this, but Cowan-Dickey breaks off to the short side, finds Freeman. Freeman bounces off a 2 and carries the third defender into the try zone. Yeah, that's a really good carry. Makes 2 miss, carries the third defender in, gets the ball down. Try to England to finish. Tommy Freeman, well done. No, great carry to finish off the match. Wow. Impressive showing from England to be fair. Like that's, yeah, George Ford's going to take all the time. Going to let 80 minutes expire. So we're into stoppage time. Kick to come, and that's going to be it. Ford's missed one. He's 5 from 6. Let's see if he can make this last one. Oh, off the right post. Just barely missed it. Just barely. And he's upset. That's all right. They're not taking your man of the match away, George. Great performance from George Ford. Well-deserved match. So 48-7 final score. England 48, Wales 7. A lot of fight from the Welsh in the second half, but they were just overmatched. England looked pretty clinical. I'm really excited for that England France match when it comes. I would say those are the 2 favorites of the tournament. When those 2 meet, that's going to be an absolute banger of a battle. You know, the historic rivals, they're going to get after it. So players are shaking hands. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the chat and stuff. You know, hopefully that was entertaining and you know, you got a decent perspective from me, but that was a pretty class performance from England. A lot of cards, a lot of sloppiness. Wales kept trying to play, but a lot of unforced errors. I feel like the referee maybe hard did him a few times, but wasn't going to change the result. Wasn't probably even going to change the margin by that much. Just felt like on the margin, a lot of calls went England's way. And the penalty count for Wales, I'll be interested to see after this. I'll dig back into it. I'm not going to do it here on the stream, but I'll be interested to see what the difference in penalty count was because it was pretty significant, I would say. So congrats to England. They're 1-0. They get the bonus point. So I think that puts them and France top of the 6 nations, both with bonus points wins. And shout out to Italy. Italy with that huge result over Scotland. Been saying that one for a while, like that young group of Italian players. They've had a few years at international level. They're ready. Italy's ready to actually win serious games at the international level. So we'll put something out on the channel this week as far as what match. I'm going to do at least one match a week live, and I'll probably, as long as I can find time for it, I'll do the others on replay. Maybe I'll find a way to do to get a couple of the matches live, but that's always going to come down to family and work schedule and stuff. But thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free, if you're not subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. You know, it really helps me out and appreciate it. But another great day of rugby, American rugby. We can do it. All right, we're not there yet, but I think we've got the talent. Player. We definitely got the athletes. We've got the talent. We've got the coaching talent. If we'd start backing it, we can push through to the next level. We got to host a World Cup in 5 years on the men's side, and 2 years after that on the women's side. We should be getting better results at the international level. There's no reason America should not be making quarterfinals at World Cups. We can do this. we need to step up. We need to back ourselves. We need to find our American identity as a rugby nation. So shout out to England. Good win. Good on Wales for continuing to try to play some rugby there. It's great to see Reece Zammit back at the international level. Definitely, fella made some plays with his feet for sure. But way too much England today. England with the result. Hope to see some of y'all this next weekend. Like I said, I'll be doing one of them live. Hopefully 2 of them live. I'll try to get all 3 of them, but we're going to keep putting content out here and stuff. They're interviewing George Ford. Wow. We'll leave it at that. Fly half man of the match. Love to see it. Take care. Appreciate y'all.